On the news tonight, the governor's wife, Nonye, makes case for issue-based discussion ahead of Women's August meeting. Archbishop Ibezim felicitates ABS's boss, Chido, on appointment. INEC rules out further extension of voter registration as exercise ends today. Senegal conducts parliamentary election amidst ruling party influence. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good evening and glad to have you on the news. My name is Maureen Stone Enuchoke. As Anambra women prepare to join their counterparts across the country for the traditional August Summit, popularly known as August Meeting, the wife of the governor of Anambra State, Mrs. Nonye Soludo, has urged them to discuss more about issues that have direct effects on the society. Mrs. Soludo, who said this in Oka while interacting with the women's group, stated that it is time to begin to see the annual conventions as a crucial platform for important conversation that can add positive values to both their immediate and extended environments. The governor's wife, who pointed to issues of proper child raising as against the current social menaces ravaging the present society, gender balance, campaign against gender-based violence and sexual abuse of women and minors, among others, observed that women must lead the war from the front, not as victims but as change makers. She also asked the women to look into issues of personal and environmental health and hygiene and suggested that they invite professionals to lead them through the nitty-gritty of healthy living. Considering the increasing mortality caused by poor attention to overall health in Nigeria, Mrs. Soludo, who used the opportunity to wish all Anambra women a fine outing ahead of the meeting, asked them to also form a strong support bloc for the present administration with the optimum assurance that her husband, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, is zealous for the Anambra project. She also prayed for them, especially for the safety of women who would be traveling into and outside of the state during the period, and asked God to bless their assembly, fortify their conversations, and help them achieve their ultimate purpose. The Archbishop Province of the Niger, Most Reverend Alexander Ibezim, says Governor Chukwuma Soludo made the right decision with the appointment of Sechido Obidegu as the Managing Director of Anambra Broadcasting Service. Most Reverend Ibezim, also who is the Anglican Bishop of Oka, stated this when he led members of his clergy to ABS Corporate Headquarters, Oka, to felicitate with Sechido on his recent appointment. Religious correspondent Amaka Chibuzo Okoye has the details.
Most Reverend Ibezim, represented by the Diocesan Administrator, Venerable Res Kanu, said that seeing what Sechido has done in the media sector, he is optimistic he will take ABS to enviable heights as the mouthpiece of the state. Most Reverend Ibezim also intimated the ABS boss on the week-long activities lined up to thank God for his faithfulness to attain his 60th birthday celebration and years in episcopacy, and requested the partnership of establishment towards the success of the program.
To invite you officially to the event taking place from Monday. And that Monday will be set aside for press conference. And the media is invited, and I'm sure that your own media outfit will be there. And then discuss with you how best the ABS can help us to advertise the whole program.
The chairman, planning committee of the celebration, Sir Ejike Mbwemene, highlighted that the Primate Church of Nigeria, Most Reverend Henry Ndokoba, will preside over the service.
Outreach to various nooks and crannies of Nigeria to know what we are doing. And most importantly, the primate will be here for 3 days. So the Church of Nigeria will be with you for 3 days. So it's a wake-up call. We want your best.
Responding, the managing director, Anambra Broadcasting Service, Sachido, said he felt elated to receive Archbishop Ibezim and his entourage, described the prelate as an unusual man of God who has left his feet on sands of time in mission, evangelism, and infrastructural development of the church.
His 60th birthday, I think that should be a global celebration. Any person that is worth his salt, no matter the denomination, should be part of the celebration of his icon. You know, it goes without saying that he has left his feet on the sands of time in evangelism, you know, working in the vineyard, you know, of the Lord, you know, having been, you know, fisher of men over the years. So he's turning 60, which is a diamond jubilee. I think all hands must be on deck. I want to, you know, state clearly, without, you know, fear of contradiction and without equivocation, that ABS will be involved in all the activities that have to do with the, you know, system.
In the Archbishop's entourage were the Clerical Synod Secretary of the Diocese, Venerable Clement Mbemena, and Reverend Chuka Obi. Amaka Chibuzo Okoye, ABS News.
All herbal medicine practitioners in the state have been advised to approach the desk officers in the headquarters of the various council areas for the biodata registration and receive the license of operation. This call was made when Anambra State Indigenous Medicine and Herbal Practice Office, Government House, Oka, staged a sensitization and awareness campaign for the registration exercise on the streets of Oka. Correspondent Amaka Chibuzo Okoye has the details.
The awareness campaign took staff of the office through strategic roads and junctions in Oka, including Aroma Junction, Zik Avenue, Ekoka, and Amobia axis, so as to ensure that their message got across to everyone in such business. Speaking to newsmen shortly after the exercise, the chairman of the State Indigenous Medicine and Herbal Practice Board, Mrs. Nkema Konam Ilonzo, said it is of great importance for the practitioners to get registered to know the specific ailments is treating for easy referral. Mrs. Ilonzo noted that herbal practice is same everywhere, both in China and other developed countries, and as such, those in the state should avail themselves of the opportunity and get registered, which will help them to be located from any part of the world.
Mpo di rilinne na edebala afa amalifonye obuna na agwo ka ya lebusi na enyelu mmadu ogwu na nke a na-emie ọzọ ọbụlụ ọyabụ ife ọzọ anyị ga-ama local government niile dị niile na-eme mkpalaọgwụ na mkpa akwụkwọ a ga-enenekwa mmalụ na fa na ji mkpalaọgwụ na mkpa akwụkwọ agwọ ọ bụ na enwe data n'unu na-agwọ ọya dị etu a n'unu na-agwọ ọya dị etu a Emmanuel Nwa Soto Okulu.
The Executive Director, Anambra State Indigenous Medicine and Herbal Practices, Dr. Daniel Eje, noted that the aim of the awareness campaign is to support the efforts of Governor Soludo towards ensuring a secure state and for easy identification.
Our solution governor effort here towards security plan in Anambra State. We create awareness. Maka ndị dibịa mgbọrọgwụ na mkpa akwụkwọ na Anambra State, ma ịbụ onye Yoruba o ma ịbụ onye Hausa ma ịbụ onye Igbo, provided na iji mgbọrọgwụ na mkpa akwụkwọ were agwọ ya na Anambra State. Ịpụta jee na 21 local government anyị nwe na Anambra State. Ilu ebe anyị nwe desk officers, you register your biodata. Ka amali nke ị na-eme, mala ebe ị na-eme, mala your phone number, mala ebe ị nọ, wee na-eme nke ị na-eme. Ọ ya go nwe ka o si wee dị ka amali etu a esi wee kpọtụlụ.
Lending her voice, a practitioner, Mrs. Winnie Arinze, called on government to support the practice through the standardization of the practice and the union, while urging her colleagues to embrace the registration exercise.
Fakwesi ibia, makana anya bago na digital, ifo ibogbo digital. We want to standardize. We want to put it in form that when you press computer, whatever is your name, owepụta ife na alụ ọ bụ na ị na-agwa anya asị gị jee ebe onye a na ọ na-agwa anya onye denye afịa ọ dịlị ya ma amali ya amalụ.
On her part, Mrs. Chinwe Udomado said the registration exercise will change the perception that it is the herbal practitioners that are constituting insecurity, explaining that through the biodata, they will know who is doing what and intervene when necessary. In Oka, Amaka Chibuzo Okoye, ABS News.
Corn, popularly known in this part of Nigeria with its local name Oka, is recognized as one of the world's most productive and dominant crops. It is grown extensively as food for humans and livestock and can also serve as raw materials for other products. In this special report, correspondent Blessing Dennis visited some flashpoints with positive response.
According to research, corn is the third largest plant-based food source in the world and a very quick-growing and productive crop that can easily grow anywhere. However, despite its accessibility and easy to cultivate, the cost of the crop, especially on the road sides of Nigeria where it is sold roasted or boiled, has been on a sporadic increase. ABS News spoke with some roasted corn vendors in Oka to know why it has been this costly. Mrs. Charity Okeke, who sells corn at the popular Ukwoji axis in Oka, blamed the cost of corn on the hint of cost of fertilizers and farmers' inability to access inputs. She said they now buy at double the price from farmers and sell a cup between 100 naira and 200 naira depending on the size. Another vendor, Mrs. Kelechi Samuel, explained that she believes that there is dignity in labor and that is why she has remained in the business despite the losses they incurred from the cost. She also offered an explanation into the cost of corn, saying that pesticides are now very costly and farmers lost many of their produce to pests. On her part, Mrs. Ifoma Honora used the opportunity to plead with the state government to create better avenues for farmers who are not engaged in large-scale farming to be given access to funding and farm produce under the Ubazuno initiative. In Oka, I am Blessing Dennis reporting for ABS News.
INEC rolls out further extension of voter registration as exercise ends today. Senegal conducts parliamentary election amidst ruling party influence. And here is a special message. The Anambra cannot allow criminal elements to hold the state and the people to ransom. Donate generously to the Anambra State Security Trust Fund, which has been set up to raise money for combating insecurity in the state. We'll be back after the break.
This day ahead.
Yummy, yummy, full of nourishment and vitality. Two bodies and shop like soya. Ovaltine 3 in 1. 3 in 1. Ovaltine 3 in 1.
For your young mama.
New Ovaltine 3 in 1. Smart choice for smart kids.
Traveling? You deserve the absolute best. Enjoy maximum comfort in our new buses with more legroom, reclinable seats, onboard entertainment, and much more. Pick your preferred seat. Choose your preferred schedule. Travel on your terms. Ready for a premium ride driven by the best captains out there? Book now.
This day ahead.
Yummy, yummy, full of nourishment and vitality. Two bodies and shop like soya. Ovaltine 3 in 1. 3 in 1. Ovaltine 3 in 1.
For your young mama.
New Ovaltine 3 in 1. Smart choice for smart kids.
To have you back. The Independent Electoral Commission, INEC, has said voters' registration ahead of the 2023 elections ends today. The announcement came as potential voters engaged in last-minute rush for registration. National Commissioner and Chairman Information and Voter Education Committee, Mr. Festus Okoye, disclosed this while addressing newsmen in Umuahia, Abia State capital. Okoye was in Abia to monitor the continuous voter registration CVR. Okoye said there was no way the exercise would not come to an end as the Commission is also involved in other activities ahead of the general elections. He said that the BVAS would be deployed in the 1,760,000 million polling units across the country, adding that the surplus will be kept handy as reserve. INEC Public Relations Officer Mr. Nike Oriowo said all those who showed up would be attended to, even if it meant working till very late. In a statement, the State Resident Electoral Commissioner, REC, Mr. Olusegun Agbaje, said the exercise, which commenced on June 28, 2021, will end on Sunday, July 31, 2022. The Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, has hinted that the federal government has given approval for the implementation of the reform initiatives of the Advertising Practitioners Council of Nigeria, APCON, in order to strengthen the advertising ecosystem, encourage inclusive growth, as well as attract investment to the industry. The minister dropped this hint in Ekpe, Lagos State, recently at the 49th Annual General Meeting of the Association of Advertising Agencies of Nigeria, AAAN, in his paper entitled The New World Order, Digital Transformation in Communication. The minister said advertising and brand marketing are prime examples of sectors where consumers' data is critical, hence the need to leverage technology for direct engagement with the audiences. He said the realization of the power of technology in brand communication necessitated the setting up of the Ministerial Task Team on Audience Measurement System to give legal and constitutional framework to a national, systematic, accountable, and data-driven understanding of the impact of communications on consumer behavior. Senegalese voters are heading to the polls for parliamentary elections. The opposition hopes will force a coalition with President Macky Sall and curb any ambitions he may hold for a third term in the 2024 presidential vote. Approximately 7 million voters are eligible to elect 165 deputies in the National Assembly amidst a politically tensed atmosphere in the West African nation. Violent protests broke out last year after Sall's main opponent, Ousmane Sonko, was arrested on rape charges and more than a dozen people were killed. Sunday's election will give a clearer indication of what could happen in 2024, even though Sonko's candidacy was rejected by the Constitutional Council. He has organized opposition supporters across Senegal. Senegal, with a population of 17 million, is known for its stability in a region that has seen coups in 3 countries since 2020, and where leaders have changed laws to remain in power for third terms. Nigerian weightlifter Adijat Olarinoye has won the country's first gold medal at the ongoing 2022 Commonwealth Games in Birmingham in the women's 55 kg event, setting a new games record in the process. It's also Nigeria's first medal at the Games. The 23-year-old clinched gold by lifting a combined total lift of 203 kg, 92 kg and snatch, and 111 in clean and jerk to win the women's 55 kg weightlifting event, and also set a new African record with the gold. Nigeria is placed 9th on the medals table, which has Australia in first place with 13 gold, 8 silver and 11 bronze medals. Remember, you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television, subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television, or follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV, and log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And now a recap of the main points before we go. Governor's wife, Nonye, has made a case for issue-based discussion ahead of the Women's August meeting. Archbishop Ibezim has felicitated with ABS's boss, Chido, on appointment. INEC has ruled out for the extension of voter registration as exercise ends today. Senegal has conducted parliamentary election amidst ruling party influence. And here's a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's it on the news for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Maureen Stone Enujoke. Catch you for.
Committed Christian Friends Airport City Estate. Committed Christian Friends Airport City Estate is located at the heart of Umueri, Anambra East Local Government Area, Anambra State. Besides facilities and institutions such as